Welcome to another training session. My name is Bibin Matthew, and this is the second session we are organizing. If anybody has missed out the first session, which we had set up 2 weeks back, we will be sharing the YouTube link for the same here. We have about 100 registration this time and hoping more people will be joining us soon. The first session was about the basic tools of Coohom platform. And this session will be more of an in-depth details of the platform. Looking at the topics which we are going to be going through today are basics on how to use the Coohom tool, importing the CAD plan to Coohom. For example, if you have a CAD plan, you'll how to import that to Coohom and start working right away. Then how to make a floor plan of the 3D. And the next will be how to go through the Coohom library and how to add furnitures and how to place them. The next will be how to edit the materials in the library. The next topic will be how to upload 3ds Max, SketchUp files and textures uh, into the platform. Then next tool will be on how to edit the walls, how to create wall panels, how to edit the floor tiles and the texture details, and how to edit the ceiling. So you can custom make your wall panels, your floors, and your ceilings. Then how to adjust the lighting before rendering, because that is the important part of before you render. The next topic will be how to take image renders and adjusting the focal point of the image renders, how to adjust the camera height, angles, and camera clipping, and how to create panorama renders. So these are the basic tools we are going to be going through. So I'll be handing it over to Mr. Arjun to start the session.
Good afternoon, everyone, and I'll be showing you how to work on Coohom now. I hope you can see my screen. This is the work that we are going to design today. I'm going to show you how to design this in Coohom. This is the work done for Bonito Designs from Bangalore, and they were very pleased with this project. So I thought I choose this one for this webinar. So this is going to be Coohom's landing page once you log in. And on top, you can see the updates that Coohom gives you. And on the bottom part, you'll get to see all your workspaces, all your work files. And you can start your new project by clicking on the new project button. This is the Coohom workspace, the interface that you might already have seen. And if not, I'll show you just the basics. On the left hand side, you can see the floor plan, the library, and your account section, and more advanced tools on the left side. And on the top menu, you can add, you can see the new file, save file, and restore version. And this will save the project. And these are all basic tools like undo, redo, clear, and stuff like that. So I'll show you how to add a CAD plan by clicking on the import CAD button. You can click on the button and you get a browser and you can click on the file that you want to upload, which will import the CAD file onto Coohom platform, and the walls and windows will be automatically generated. You can see the CAD plan is imported and the walls are all drawn just by the click of a button. But it's not 100% accurate. You'll have to readjust some of the walls and doors. This is the room that we are going to work on today. So the rest of the walls are fine in this room. You just have to adjust the wall size, and that's it. We're good to go with this plan. If you click on the 3D, the 2D floor plan that you've drawn will be converted into 3D. So then you can see the whole apartment. Just by clicking the 3D button at the bottom left corner. We've missed out on a window here, so I think I'll have to draw that again. And moving on to the left hand side, this is the wall tool where you get to draw the walls. If you do not have a CAD plan and you only have an image of the CAD plan, you can import that as well by clicking on the import image button. That will clear whatever CAD or image that you have used before for the file, and you can add a new file. I have imported a JPEG image here, which we can draw over. We can use the wall tool or a room tool. In this, you can use the room tool if it's just a square building or a square room. It will be easier that way. But since this floor plan is a little complicated, I'm going to use the wall tool. And just click on the wall tool and you can draw over the floor plan to complete the room structure. Here you have the room completed. And after you complete drawing the room, you'll have to set the scale to correct the dimensions. Here the dimension is 3690 by 4850. So I'll have to readjust the room dimensions by using the set scale tool, which you can find on the bottom right corner of the screen under image settings. You just have to align the walls, align the scale right next to the wall, and you can just type in the values, and the wall gets adjusted to the original size. And after that, we can add the doors and windows to this room just by going to the construction section, and you can add doors and windows. Just click on the door and apply to the room, apply to the wall, and you get a door there. And you can add windows by clicking on the window button. You can readjust the doors and size by just clicking and dragging, or you can adjust the values here on the right hand side where you get the window property screen. For that, I'm going to add another window here. There you have it. The doors and windows are in place. And you just have to readjust the dimensions. You can adjust all the properties of the window on the right side, like height, the thickness, and off the ground value, and the total length of the window. And after that part is completed, you can change the window style by clicking on the window and going to the replace the window tool. You can click on the replace button and you will get a lot of options here from the library, which you can pick. And by the click of a button, you get the new window installed there. And I'll change this window also to something more. You can go to the model library on the left side, or you can add new models if you have it in SketchUp or 3ds Max, and you can apply it there. After the doors and windows, and we're going to add the baseboards to the room. You can find baseboards under public library, construction, and then baseboards. Here you can choose all the models from the Coohom library, or like I said, you can download and upload whatever the file you want and install it here. For that, we'll upload a custom flow tile here, which the client had given me and they wanted to use. So I'll show you how to upload a custom flow tile by going to the My Account section and going to Upload, and on the bottom you get an Upload button. Clicking that will redirect you to another page where you get to upload all the models and textures that you want for the file. So here I'm going to go to textures and click on upload texture. And you'll be redirected to another page where you can add the flow tile. Right. The texture file that I'm uploading here is a JPEG file, which contains all the textures that the room needs. After uploading, you go to material category and classify what kind of a texture that you're uploading here. Here I'm going to go to board, and solid wood flooring is the option that I'm going to choose. And texture category will be flooring. There are other options called floor tiles, wallpapers, wall tiles, patterns, and stuff like that for different textures that you want to upload here. So here I'm going to go with flooring. I'm going to change the file name a bit so that I can better understand it. And on the bottom part, there you'll have mapping dimensions, which will be in inches. So I'm going to give it 40 by 40, just so that the wall tile is applied and scaled correctly. After uploading the file, you will be redirected to the texture library page, where you get to see the new file that you just uploaded. Going back to the floor plan, you can find all the files you uploaded under upload page. There you have it, the new master bed floor plan is uploaded here. You can find all the new uploaded ones here, and just click on it and apply it there. The new flooring is completed, and after that you can change the base coat to match the flooring, or you can either upload the same texture to a baseboard, and the same texture will be applied there. After that, I'm going to upload another wall paint by going to the same page, and you can upload. These are all the files that I've already uploaded for this webinar, and you just have to follow the same process. Go to upload page and just upload the thumbnail that you want to add here. So I'm going to apply the paint on that wall, and the rest of the room is in white paint, which you can select from the library. You can go to public library, finishes, and paints and coating session. You get all the wall paints here. So I'm going to choose the white paint, which is I'm going to use the high reflective white here, just so to look good in the renders. You can choose all these. These are all swatches, which you can apply here. You can choose any colors that you like. And you can go back to applying the wall paint that I uploaded. And after that, I'm going to go to the ceiling, where I'll show you how to design the ceiling by clicking on the ceiling and go into ceiling editor. This will give you a 2D overview of the whole room, and you can work on the ceiling alone. So I'm going to give a clearance first for the wardrobe. And I'm going to add a walkway to the door. And this will be the clearance for the wardrobe. And the only value that you can give is the extrusion value. After you complete drawing the ceiling basic layout, you get to give extrusion values to all the shapes that you've drawn. So you can extrude this shape to 200. And I'm going to give another clearance here for the curtain. And the curtain will come inside the niche from which you can give a cove light. So this portion will be 200, this portion will be 100, and this will be 0. After that, you can upload a light, down light here. You'll have a lot of models here as well. You can choose from about 20 models per page, and you have 9 pages of lights in here. So I'm gonna use this one, and the model automatically get placed in the center of the shape that you've drawn. Automatically gets snapped there. So you can either copy and place it where you want, or you can give an array value. Clicking on the array will automatically generate the number of lights that you want by you can define the values here. I'm going to give 4 on the y-axis, which will automatically place lights equally distributed between them, spaces equally distributed between them. So it will be easier for you to arrange lights in ceiling. After you adjust the spacing, you can just click on the ceiling and the lights get placed in an array, which will be easier done. After that, I'm going to add some ceiling lights over here. And after you place the ceiling light, you can click on it and you can adjust the values. This will be 500 mm from this line that you've drawn. And after that, I'll show you how to add a cove light to this niche that you just created. You can just click on the line and on the edge, and on the left hand side you get indented lamp built. By clicking on it, you'll open a cove light here, which we can adjust the values here. This will be the temperature of the light, which I'm going to give a slightly warm color, and the brightness can also be adjusted here. 250 will be enough for this niche, and you can click on it and copy it to this side also. So you get another cove light here. So this will be the basic ceiling layout, and I'm gonna add a fan here. You can search for a fan, either search for a fan, or you can go to appliance modules and lighting module. And under lighting module, you get all the fans, ventilations, air vents, and all stuff like that. So here I'm just gonna type fan, and I'm gonna choose one from the library. And you'll get the guides automatically arranged in the center. So you can just click on it and the fan gets snapped in the middle of this shape that you've drawn. And we've completed the ceiling here. I'm gonna save and exit. So the basic layout of the room is completed. We have the ceiling and the flooring and all the doors and windows in place. Next up, we have to arrange furnitures in here. So I'll show you how to upload furnitures by going to the my account and uploads page, and you can click on the upload button on the bottom, which will redirect you to the upload model page. You can go to upload model and you can browse from your computer's hard drive. I'm gonna add 3 models here, which I'm gonna be using for this design. After the upload's done, Coohom will render the model and will show you a preview of how the model is going to look in the renders. Here you can give the name of the model that you uploaded, and under that you can categorize the furniture as what kind of furniture that you're uploading. You can go, this is going to be a furniture, going to be a wardrobe. So I'm going to go to furniture, cabinet, and then wardrobe. So this will get sorted under wardrobes. And after that, this is the important thing that you have to focus on, the location of the furniture that you're uploading. This is going to determine where the furniture gets snapped once you apply it onto the room. And if you give it to the ceiling, the bed or wardrobe that you're uploading will snap onto the ceiling. So I'm going to go with floor furniture here. So all the furniture under floor furniture will get snapped onto the flooring of all the rooms. Here I'm going to give the category to furniture, bed, double bed. And under that, again, floor furniture. And this will be the desk, which will be mounted on the wall. So I'll have to give the furniture position to wall decor, so that this will be installed onto the wall. And this will be a desk set. After uploading, you can click on submit model button at the bottom of the page, and all the models that you uploaded will be in Coohom library. Which you can access from my account and uploads. All the things you just uploaded will be shown here. Here you can apply the bed here and wardrobe. You can go to the 2D view and adjust the furniture accordingly so that it's placed correctly in place. And you can adjust the width, length, and height of the furniture on the right side, where all the properties of the furniture is shown. like length, width, height above floor, and angle, etc. You may have to adjust the height of the furniture to 2700 depending on the room size, room height, and wardrobe is in place. After that, I'll go to the library and place some side tables right next to the bed. You can go to the public library, furniture, and then tables. And under that, you get a lot of sub options where you can choose from side tables, dining tables, bar tables, etc. here. So I'm gonna go and find some side tables for this model. This is the model that I'm gonna use. So again, you can go back to 2D and adjust the size and the placement of the furnitures. If you have a furniture layout in the floor plan that you've added, it will be easier for you to place furnitures. After that, oh, this is wrongly added as a door here, so I'm going to change it to window. Should be 600 mm in length. After the furniture, we'll add the desk that we uploaded. Like I said, the models that you've uploaded will be shown under model, my account, and uploads. You can place it on the wall. Since I had given the model type as a wall furniture, this will be snapping onto the wall, not on the floor. After that, you can go to 2D and place it. I'll have to adjust the of the ground value of this one to 600. Right. And we have the furniture in place. After that, I'm gonna add a chair here and another proof maybe here, just to complete the furniture layout, which I can select from public library and going to public library, furniture, and then chairs. You get to choose from a lot of chairs from the library. Since this is a difficult task, I've favorited some of the chairs, which I can use here, which you can find under favorites. I've favorited all the furniture that I've used for this project, so I can get easy access to all these things. So I'm gonna choose one from the library. Proof here, and place a chair here. Something more subtle will do. And then after that, I'm gonna add a wall molding here, which I also favorited for this project. You have it. You can find this under public library, construction, and wall decorations. You get all sorts of moldings and wall panels and wallpapers, etc. here. And you can just click and apply it here. After you applied it, you'll have to readjust it by going on to the scale model option, which you can get access from the small message box that appears on the right hand side. When you click on a model, all the models will have this message box, and you can go to the scale option here, and you can adjust the scale of the furniture. Perfect. And after that, I'll add a picture here, which I can find from decors and wall decorations. Too small. There are also another way to upload images. You can select a frame and then go to material editor, and you can change this image to something that you want by uploading it individually, and you can apply it here. So this is the material editor. You can change the materials of any furniture that you want. You can just click on it and you'll get access to the material editor on top of the message box. Here you can change all the materials that you want to change on this model. This is going to be a mirror, so I'm going to apply mirror there. This will be a lacquer glass of the same color. And under material editor, you get a lot of classifications like construction, wood, fabric, metal, glass, plastic, mirror, and all that. Here I'm going to change the mirror, so I'm going to go to mirror and select ordinary mirror. So it will have reflective properties. And you can change the carcass of the wardrobe into something white. So I'm going to go to plastic, and I'm going to give a matte plastic look there. Acrylic PVC will do. After that, there's a light here. I'm going to give luminous properties to that one, so that it will glow and renders. Okay, you apply materials to the wardrobe. After that, you can click on done, and the materials will be changed. Likewise, I'm gonna give the same acrylic material to the side table. You can click on the side table and go to material editor, and there's an option called recent use under my account. So if you click on it, you get to see all the recently used materials from the library. So it'll be easier for you to select the textures that you've given for other furniture in the room. Apply the current material to the same model. If you use the same model twice in a room, you can just apply the same textures also to that model. And after that, I'm gonna add a curtain here, which we can select from public library decor. And, there are a lot of models here. I'm gonna choose one which will go well in this room. You can always go back to the 2D view so that you can adjust the models. And you can make sure that it's in place. It's in aligned to the window over there. So the curtains in place, and I'm going to change the curtain material to magenta that my client had given me, which I have uploaded to Coohom as here. Same process. This I can change to something more see-through. Sheer white window is the texture that I'm going to use here so that it will be see-through. To that, I'm going to add a rug here just to complete the furniture design. I can get that from public library and going to decor and then carpets or rugs. Under rugs, I'm going to choose one which will go well in the room. I think I favored the one I used before. So I'm just gonna go to okay, favorited that one. So I'm gonna choose another one from the public library. that, you can add some models onto the table. Into decor and table decor. You can add all sorts of flower trophies, pictures, toys, etc. And I'll add a sorry, and I'll add a photo frame here so that the wall would not look empty. So that completes the room that we are designing. After that, okay, I'm gonna add a blind here so that this window is properly tended to. You can readjust the values of all the models that you are applying here. And that's in place. And let's add some wall lights over here. You can add all sorts of lights from the lighting session where you have pendants and chandeliers to flush mounts to floor lamps and wall lights. I'm going to choose one from the library. And Coohom gives you guides to where the lights needs to be placed. That will be on the center of the wall. You just have to click in place. And I've completed the room. So we've done the ceiling, the flooring, materials, the models. Okay, let's change the material of the photo frame. You click on it, go to material editor, and change it to something metal. Crushed metal will do. No dark. Okay, that's good. And I don't think I've missed out on anything now. So we'll move on to the next topic, that is lighting. before you go to render, lighting is the thing that you need to adjust and pay attention to. In click on the render, which is on the top menu. You click on the render, and then on the left hand side you can click on the aspect ratios in which you want the image to be, and the resolution comes under it. We get to choose from all those settings, and then under it you get to choose from the lighting templates that Coohom has provided, which will be spot on, but then still, if you really want to change how the room should look, the temperature, the brightness, and all that, you can go to custom lighting, which is on the bottom of the templates page. Button, you'll be redirected to a message box where you get to choose which template to work from. And I'm going to work on the indoor daylight lighting. And name it manual so that we can distinguish it from the other templates. And you click on the custom lighting button. Coohom will already adjust lights, down lights under all the lightings you've placed. So if you really want to change the light settings, like if you want this ceiling light to look more flashy with a light ray, or more powerful, you can choose from the various option that you have here. So you can just click on it and click replace, and you can choose from something which you will feel is needed there, and click on the replace all the lights. I'm going to replace all the lights in the room to spotlight 6, which I think is apt for the room. After you adjust the spotlights, you can add an area light also. If these spotlights won't fill up the room, then you may want to add additional lighting, just so that the room is little on the bright side. I'm going to arrange an area light over here, and I'm going to give the values to 350. You can change the values of all these lighting by clicking on it, and on the right hand side you get the light property where you can adjust the temperature, and temperature I'm going to give 4500 Kelvin so that it's warm, and underneath it you get to choose the brightness of the spotlight. So I'm going to give 250 lumions to that one, so it's what normally we give for a spotlight, 250 lumions. And after that you can duplicate the property and apply to all the other spotlights in the room. So all the spotlights in the room will be 4500 Kelvin and 250 lumions bright. After that, this is the area light, that outside light. This is the outside light which will come into the room. You can adjust the size of it, the temperature, and also the brightness of that one, which will be mostly 350 lumions. After that, I'm going to give the brightness of the area light to 5000 Kelvin. And I'm going to add another area light over here so that the bed is highlighted. And I'm going to change the temperature to 5000. And the brightness will be 350 again. This is how you adjust the lighting before render, so that you know how much each light is going to be brighter, or the color temperature of the light. After adjusting the light values, the next scenario is the outside environment, which I'm going to give as city light, city number 1. You can choose from another about 20-25 of these outside scenarios. I'm going to give this one. And after that, I'll show you how to take an image render of this room. Going on to the 2D view, you can see the room, and you can adjust the camera. It's a free cam. You can click and drag it anywhere you want, and you can adjust the rotation of the camera, and you can place it anywhere in the room, and you can take a render. On the top right hand side, you can see the preview of how the rendered image is going to be. You can change the aspect ratio of these images by clicking on the aspect ratio button on the top left. And I'm going to take an image of 4:3 ratio, and my resolution will be 4K resolution. And the light I'm going to choose is the one I adjusted right now. And the outside scenario is city 1. So I'll just show you how to take an image. After you got all the settings right, you just have to adjust the camera. Just the camera here, and then click on render, which will render the image that you've just created. Since this is a small room and you cannot uh, take the camera anywhere behind this wall, there's an option called camera clipping, which comes under the camera properties. When you click on the camera, you get camera properties on the right side, where you can adjust the height of the camera. This will be the height of the camera, and this will be the focal length, where you can get a wide angle or a standard angle or a human angle, from which you can get various images that you want to take. The wide angle will be a little fish-eyed, as you can see here, which will look a little out of proportion. So I'll take a standard render, which will be a normal camera, or you can take a human angle, which will be more precise and straight. After setting the camera to human, the camera can only be moved till this point, till this wall. So the focus will be only on the on this part of the room. So I'll have to expand it. I can do that by going to the clipping option. You just click on the clipping tool, and you can adjust the clipping length. I'm gonna add a clipping length of 600 mm, which will give me a more elaborated view, elongated view of the room. So you can adjust the camera and render another image with the camera clipped. You can use this if you are rendering images in a small room where you cannot get the whole picture in a normal standard view. Again, the render is in acquisition. It's going to take a lot of time, I think. That's all for the image renders. After that, you get to take panorama renders. You can select panorama from the top menu. Click on panorama, and on the preview here, you can select the position of the camera and then place the camera here so that I get an overall view of the room. Select the camera and same process. Ultra HD will be the resolution, and the light that I just adjusted will be the lighting option, and the city outside view will be the default environment. After that, you just have to place the camera and click on render, and you'll get a panorama render. I'm also going to select and render another panorama image from this angle so that we have both sides of the room. Yeah, so the renders are completed, and this is the render of the room which I had beforehand, and this will be how the output would be. I can share you the image renders which we've taken on the chat page.
All right. So thank you. Thank you, Arjun.
Okay.
I hope Shinyan is available. Yes, Shinyan is available with us. So thank you everybody for your time, and I hope you guys had a good session, and we were able to convey the things very clearly to you guys. The same session, the same recording of the session will be uploaded in YouTube for everybody to revisit and go through it again. And in case anybody has a doubt, then you can refer those links, the YouTube links, and then learn from them again. Um, Now, I would like to invite Shinyan, who is part of Coohom, to say a few words.
Hi.
Hi, Shinyan.
Hi. So thank you all for today attending this webinar tutorial with FAVR Studio. I hope you learned something, and because today we have prepared a lot of things that is significant, and one of the most important features in Coohom, the virtual tool for your design work and for you to illustrate to your clients.
All right.
Okay.
Bye. Have a nice day.
Bye bye. Nice day to you. Bye bye.